Ich bin gespannt, was haben sie für uns?
Schau noch Schild, das 400 Damage blocken kann, hoffentlich.
Welcome, Guardians. So awesome to be here with you again.
Last time we got up here, we got a chance to show you Savathun, the witchqueen, and
Das
her
stimmt.
majestic throne world.
Since then, it's been a wild year for Destiny.
You returned to the original loot cave to reclaim the fabled
Hey.
Gallahorn.
Then,
Mach keine Faxen.
you exorcised an ancient evil from a hive queen. So you could put it inside a grenade
Ja,
launcher.
wie die Saskia verpixelt aus.
And now,
Yeah.
you've been spending the past few weeks cleansing a derelict Leviathan from its twisted nightmares.
In fact, the last year has been the best year we've ever had in the Destiny community. I hope you can feel it as well.
Das
And
Beste
seeing
war
this
denn
kind of
inwiefern?
reaction from our community, it's both humbling and inspiring.
Because our team here at Bungie, we're not just developers, we're also guardians. We're trying to build what we'd love to play in Destiny, and that's what brought each one of us here. Brought us not only to Bungie, but also brought all of us to this final showdown between light and darkness.
So, without further ado,
Ich bin
this
so gespannt.
is the beginning of the end. This is Lightfall.
Die Leaks sind doch.
Was?
Die Leaks sind doch was. Scheiße. Zeigen sie jetzt echt nicht super? Ja, die sind anders.
Okay. Das sieht aus wie aus dem Kinofilm, Becke.
Jetzt kommt die Fokusse, Bro.
Ich finde auch bis jetzt die Rüstungen geil, die Ornamente.
Bah.
Was? Ey, die Quali sind nochmal... Alter.
Wo und Tore Barkel ist zurück.
Was?
Alter, zeigt den Fokus jetzt. Oh fuck.
Yo!
Digga, jetzt haben sie sich dunkel angeschlossen, um zu überleben. Oh fuck. Oder vor uns. Da kommt.
Wait. Wait.
What? Digga.
Bitte sag, das ist ein Ding. Bitte sag, das ist wirklich ein... Oh mein Gott. Ich kannte das Bild nicht. Was?
Das kam gestern. Alter!
Okay, okay, sie haben mich gekauft. Sie haben mich gekauft.
I've seen that thing 100 times now, and every time I see it, I still kind of get goosebumps.
Instantly, I had chills.
Das
It's
ist
all
so
here,
gut
it's
gemacht
all
gewesen.
happening now. Things are finally coming to a head.
Thematically, we really have been honing in on that kind of bombastic, big set piece approach.
It's gonna be over-the-top action, adrenaline pumping, like the whole time.
This is really kicking
Alter,
off
sind
the
wir voll in,
conclusion to the
sind wir
light and dark
voll im
side. We
Mittelalter.
finally face down
Im Gegensatz zum
this
Kabalen.
foe that we've been anticipating facing for so long. It's pushing it to 11.
Ich bin so gespannt, ne?
We've been hinting at this malicious force in the darkness that's been our enemy behind a lot of our
Das
conflicts.
klappt doch irgendwie
We
nicht.
revealed that enemy, we put a name
Ja,
on
das ist
it,
der Trailer für die neue
based on that
Season,
enemy
neu für Lightfall, für nächstes, was heute um 19 Uhr startet. Ja, nee, nicht Lightfall, hier, die Season.
Callous.
Callus is really crash landing with
Brainlag, bin
a new
geflasht, war ein geiler
and
Trailer.
powerful army than ever before.
Ah, Karl ist eine Armee, okay.
They've got new
Man kann nichts sagen, das was sie hier machen, also das ist
hunters
top-notch der
to
Trailer
join
von
the
Qualität her.
the bigger and badder enemies.
Haha, ich will gegen ihn kämpfen.
Callus is taking that army that he's bringing with him to be the harbinger of the witness's doom.
This is such a pivotal moment for Destiny.
Aber wenn die Stadt so
Everyone
geil
is
aussieht von
coming
den
to
Kabalen,
have a last stand
wir sehen ihre
with
Schiffe dann so abgeranzt
Callus
aus.
and the Witness to really avoid the next collapse, something that we've been trying to avoid ever since Destiny 1.
Ey, das mit dem durch die Gegend schwingen, ja, das wird wahrscheinlich kein Ding sein, aber das wäre so geil
We've
zu
seen
haben.
the trailer that we're headed to Neptune, and on Neptune there's been this hidden
Neptune, sag doch.
city called NEUE, where an alternate version of humanity has been blooming
Oh,
since
Yo!
Neomuna is
Okay,
the
das-
capital city of
oha.
Neptune. It's a giant metropolis that we were completely unaware existed until now. what's interesting and exciting to me about this place is that it's pristine, it's new. It's not like a lot of the places that we've explored previously in Destiny. Exploring that space is very,
Das stimmt, das
very
sieht komplett neu aus, da hat er
There's
recht.
so much new stuff to discover in NEUE and in Neptune. And also I saw some new characters there. I'm really excited to get to know Cloud Striders and their story.
What?
Cloud Striders can be compared to Guardians. They're both protectors of a civilization that's potentially under threat. But Guardians were chosen. It's their duty to protect humanity.
Alter.
Cloud Striders have chosen to protect their people.
There's like an awesome opportunity for the Guardians to
Alter.
learn from the Cloud Striders and their way of living and their philosophy of
Aber
life.
Menschen.
So we've got the newness of that city, the newness of the Cloud Striders that we've never been aware of.
And then, of course, you get a glimpse of this green energy.
Oh ja.
I wonder what that is.
Strand is the
Okay, ich will das als
power
Hintergrund.
we discover here. Something that's unique about Strand, unlike any of these other powers we've ever had before. When you play through Lightfall, you are discovering this power for the first time. No one in the universe ever in the history of Destiny has used Strand before.
This is the Guardian discovering darkness on their own and learning how to shape it and manipulate it and use it against Callus and his forces and, you know, have fun in the new urban environment.
So habe ich noch nie drüber nachgedacht, dass wir mit der Subclass die Stasis selbst beherrschen, binden können.
Of our new destination, NEUE, our new foe, Callus and the Shadow Legion, paired with the Witness and a very brief glimpse at Strand, but that's just barely scratching the surface of what this release has to offer.
Right, like what we've just seen in that trailer
Alter,
is
scheiß
just the
auf
tip of the
Arcus
iceberg,
3.0.
and we've got
Kennen wir
a
schon,
whole
aber
lot
das,
more we're
Alter.
excited to show you coming up.
Das war sick. Ich habe nicht gerechnet, dass sie das wirklich zeigen bis jetzt.
Last
Das
year,
war, aber
we
ich
wanted
finde,
to return to our
ich habe es
studio's
gestern
roots,
gesehen mit dem
creating some of
Bild.
the
Ich dachte aber, die
best
Dateien sieht
super
scheiße aus
campaigns
mit
in
den
the
Handschuhen.
That's been our
Nee.
legacy since Halo, and we tried to push that front and center. in the
Der hat eine
witchqueen.
And it's
Peitsche.
about more than just guns. But
Lightfall
creating
kommt
an
dann, wie war das,
adventure in a
28.02.,
world
ne?
full of
Nächstes Jahr?
surprises.
In 4 Monaten.
Then,
Kann sein.
we added the legendary campaign
Oh,
option.
damn.
Because great combat
Rechne
needs
noch mal
to
nach, bitte.
challenge you, to test your thumb
Was?
skill, your tactics, and
Rechne
your
nochmal
build
nach, bitte.
Wir sind
We
am
heard
8. Oh,
loud
6
and
Monaten.
clear that you want more of that. In fact,
Schneid ich raus, schneid ich raus.
did it on Legendary.
You tested yourself against the Witch Queen in her Lucent Hive and rose to that challenge.
Ich habe nur ein bisschen Angst. Witchqueen Story war insane gut, aber der Rest war ein bisschen mau.
We've ever made.
So with Lightfall, we want to push that even further. We want to give you the best
Hört sich
PUBG
gut an.
action experience that we can create with the brand new Lightfall campaign.
Oh, scheiße.
Zeigen Sie uns was auch bitte.
Lightfall is going to change the way that our players move, fight, and explore everywhere in Destiny.
Hat sie wirklich Move gesagt?
Fantastic destination, the capital city of
Keine Ahnung.
NEUE is a
Ich will
really
Lasso,
fun
bitte.
place to explore, and it's this bright neon metropolis. There's a harbor, office buildings, an arcade.
Hat er eine alternative Menschheit, Junge.
This is a city
Ey, das
that
sieht so
we've
gut
made,
aus.
and using Strand to traverse through it and explore it, it's going to be so exciting.
There's some places that once you whip out that grappling hook,
Ja,
you gotta
ja!
go explore and get to
Also du will ich einen Grapple-Hook bekommst,
Look at that up
bitte.
there. I wonder if I can grapple to there. I'm going to be a kid
Oh,
in a candy
please.
store.
Ja.
It's not
Let's
a
go.
city that is
Junge, ich hab
collapsed.
jetzt schon
It
gebockt
is a
auf
city
PvP.
that has lived
Ja, ich
through
glaube,
collapse.
das ist so ein PvE-Ding, wo du es nur im PvE benutzen kannst. Sieht zumindest so aus.
And then being revealed to the world and are now central of the conflict.
Callus has taken his capital ship and just like planted it right down in
Aber
front of
das
the
sieht
city,
so
and
gut
it's
aus. Das
all
sieht legit
occupied
so gut
territory.
aus.
It's a city under siege. You've got this infiltrator vibe at times where you feel like a tactical team going into a skyscraper. You're dealing with Cabal roadblocks and patrols all throughout the city.
Ich habe so Bock darin rumzulaufen. Das sieht so gut aus.
They provide that, like,
Oh, scheiße,
characteristic
Bro.
Cabal
Wenn der 12 vorbei ist, muss ich was sagen. Erinnere mich mal dran, dass ich was sagen wollte. Mit Kallus.
volatility and power, and they've been enhanced
Alter.
now by pyramid technology. They have these suppression devices
Warte.
that can take away some of your super, or take away some of your abilities.
Oh,
And then they fight
no.
alongside these terrifying new pyramid units called Tormentors.
As part of his
Hä?
partnership
Ach, das war der mit der Sense.
Callus
Oder was
has
auch
been
immer das ist.
upgraded. And so the tormentors that they've brought in are these impossibly huge unstoppable.
Ja, oh nee, von dem möchte ich nicht angerannt werden.
They can attack from a distance.
Was?
They can bring you in close. They can drain your very life force from
Er
it.
fickt
They are
uns.
basically embodiments of terror.
Das ist nicht nur ein bisschen.
Boss character within the battlefield. Your stomach drops. You're like, okay, I'm playing through, I'm having fun.
Digga, der
popping
one-hitted uns.
heads, doing this thing,
In
and then boom,
jeglicher Hinsicht.
there it is.
We've got all the new stuff going into the game.
Und er grabbelt sich einfach
Strand,
drüber.
Tormentors,
Das ist
Shadow
ein Fusion,
Legion,
okay.
a cool new environment. These are
Ja
all
doch, ich glaube, du
great
kannst es nur
settings for
PvE an diesen
legendary
grünen Dingern machen.
Making sure that we
Ja,
go
wahrscheinlich
through
an dem
and
Pfosten.
tweak and tune
Oder halt auf
and
manche
balance
Gegner
the
zu vielleicht.
to have that right challenging level of difficulty for players.
The Legendary campaign was a huge hit coming out of the Witch Queen.
Ja.
It was the first time we had done that sort of elected
Das stimmt.
difficulty where you could really
Aber mit hohem
test your
Power-Level die
skill
auf legendär zu
and
spielen war
test your
langweilig.
power. And so we're going to bring that
Ja,
back to
leider.
Lightfall.
Of course, you're
Außer der
still going
Boss,
to
der
have that
scheiße.
high reward tier, and we still want to make sure that you get that inside track towards being raid ready.
Obwohl, du warst trotzdem
Everyone
ein
back
bisschen
in the studio
runtergeschraubt, ne?
is so hard at work on Lightfall, putting
Alter,
in the
Dieser
work,
Grapple!
making this
Dieser
whole
Grapple!
beast come alive and
Du wirst echt
continue
weit
to
hinterher.
surprise and delight players. I am so
Ganze 2
excited
Sekunden.
to get this out.
Lightfall is unlike anything
Los,
players
doch.
have seen before in Destiny, and it's another step
Lieber
that sends you
Farben.
hurtling to the conclusion
Ich
of the
auch.
Light and Dark Saga.
Ja. Ich will das und zwar jetzt. Also Hunter bekommt eine Art Zell. Was? Was macht der Titan jetzt?
Das war kein Titan.
Come on, amazing.
I'm super excited to dive into
Hat er sie gerade einfach eingefangen? Stimmt, das war ein Hunter.
Strand, like
Ja,
Stasis, is a power.
Nein, als ob!
Unlike our light abilities, which are all about creation,
nicht
darkness
mehr ins
is
PvP.
more about consciousness.
Wenigstens wird es nicht eingefroren, das ist nur festgehalten.
Energy that forms this extra dimension or this sort of matrix that connects everything together, connects all living beings and all minds. And you, the Guardian, are sort of gaining
Das
the
sieht so gut
knowledge and
aus.
gaining the power to peer into this alternate psychic universe and begin to pull at these threads and tug at these wires that are connecting all of these living beings.
When Guardians learn how to use Strand, it's almost like this third eye opens up. It's about peeling back the curtain of reality, taking those connections and then weaving them into new objects.
Das sieht so nochmal 300 Jahre in Zukunft aus, ne?
Junge, wer Hand den Tier rennt und das Ding in den
Mit
Arsch
seinem
reinsteckt,
Lasso,
Alter.
Alter.
Du rennst weg, kriegst so ein Lasso in den Arsch von hinten,
Has a
Alter.
grappling hook. Since you're seeing into this cosmic web, you are able to grapple at any point because the
Was?
cosmic web exists.
Ja!
Even if there's not an object there, it will hook on to that.
Du kannst,
web.
okay.
Taking that idea
Okay.
to the next level,
Yeah.
Okay.
putting, that Destiny spin
Ich kleb mich so an ein wegfliegendes Kabalschiff dran und flieg durch die Map.
Nicht nur du.
As part of the Hunter's Kit, right? They're all about fluid movement, rapidly traversing space, and being
Die
very agile.
Range.
But as
Das
you're
sieht so gut
building,
aus.
it's like, oh man,
Das sieht nach so viel
this
Fun aus,
feels
ohne
like
Kack
it's too
jetzt.
much fun to just
Das
keep
war
it to
Akkus,
one
Akkus
class,
aufgeschrieben.
right?
Ja,
So
was für
many
Akkus.
calls to expand
Ja.
super cool new
Digga,
ability
die
across
Speedrun-Möglichkeit, die
different
neue.
Oh ja. Aber das ist die Frage, damit kannst du bestimmt über viele Sachen drüber glitschen,
wanted
safe.
to come up with how each of the classes
Ja,
interpreted
bitte.
this additional psychic dimension,
Zeig
like
mal ein
in their
bisschen,
own
Mr.
way,
Titan.
right?
Ich hab Angst, dass der Titan.
So the Warlock,
Ja, guck mal, das ist der Warlock.
master of Strand. So they're going to be able to telepathically reach into the Strand dimension, pull matter out, and weave it into this big barrage of these Strand missiles. Wherever they land, these missiles are
Was?
Eigentlich ist eigentlich eine Nova für mich.
Ja, die aber dann noch verfolgt hat, eine, die gebunden war.
With the Titan, you're able to weave these claws and do an area of damage around you,
Nicht mehr
spinning
Beyblade?
and slashing.
Ja.
The super I think I'm most excited for is the Hunter Rope Dart Super. The Hunter does a
Okay.
flip and weaves these strands into this rope dart and is swinging it as they're kind of moving around.
Also, fucking hoher
First
Range,
time I saw
Arc Strider.
that, even in
Ich
its
werd
kind of like
Hunter
rough
Main, I
state,
guess.
It just blew my mind. We've learned a lot from creating our other subclasses.
Aber es one and
and
done
we've
beim
taken those
Titan?
learnings about combat, about movement, about build crafting. We've put that all into Strand, and I'm so excited to see where players take it once it's out there in the wild.
Ja, okay.
Das sieht schon cool aus.
Hunter kriegt wieder einen Shadow Dive.
Da waren ein paar Klingen, Bro, die geflogen sind.
Ja, und also eine One-and-Done-Super, die fliegt leider nicht. Die ist auch vom Boden aus durchführbar.
We want to create communities that are welcoming, inclusive, and let you bring your old friends.
Hätte Titan nicht die Water geholt haben können.
Since last year, over 5 million new Guardians have joined.
Digga, hör auf.
We believe that there are still millions more of your friends that would love to play Destiny with you. And the things that you want to see us improve in Destiny are also exactly what's going to make it easier to convince your friends to come and check out the game.
It should be easier to create custom, incredible builds. Easier to find people to play with.
Ja, aber wieder auf so viele Mods
for
reinzubringen.
bringing that boss melting, storm chaser wielding, falling star juggernaut right into that ultimate yeehawing, dead man's tail shooting, Titan's rampart crushing.
None of what Joe just said makes sense to you. We want to fix that too, because it's not about removing the depth that makes Destiny so great. It's instead about allowing everyone to dive deeper with ease.
Akkus, Season, Akkus, Season, letzte Kammer. The fuck happened?
The changes we're making to make Destiny easier to come into, changes to how you build your characters, changes to how you see what there is to do and what there is to accomplish. And in the year ahead, we're actually making it easier to form groups in Destiny.
Aber ich muss sagen, das sieht so aus, als wäre PvP auf jeden Fall dann noch voller mehr Fähigkeiten. Noch viel mehr.
And so that's what's really exciting. We keep on hearing from players like, hey, unless I have a friend to play with, I don't know what to do.
Wow.
And so what we're trying to give them is like, hey, here's a path to follow. Guardian ranks are basically like a knowledge ladder. We actually progress you through 11 ranks, and it's really like heavily focusing on like exposing players to all the systems of Destiny.
At some point, the story about you as a Guardian involves other Guardians and what they think about you. That is just a whole new dimension of your journey through Destiny that we've never really explored before. When you show up in the tower and you see that person who's at one of the highest ranks, you're going to know that you're looking at a player who's actually really demonstrated mastery of many of the different activities in Destiny. Not just from
Was? Wird er auch vorgestellt?
Wahrscheinlich nimmt es schwer an.
Ich hoffe Stimmt, ne, die wollten ja jetzt auch vom Raid was zeigen, der kommt.
Schau jetzt schon alten Raid-Encounter an, schau dir wie der jetzt aussieht. Alter Schwede, der müsste ja anders insane aussehen. Toro lässt gesehen, Alter.
Helping other people learn the game, but also provide more people to play with on a regular basis.
In the year of Lightfall, we're going to actually be investing in building a looking for group system in Destiny itself.
Let's go!
You'll be able to look for other players. You'll be able to
LFG
find
game,
groups
let's
that
go!
are looking for players.
I'm so excited about being able to form groups in the next coming year because it can be really
LFG in game ist eine gute Idee.
some of the hard content solo and making it so much easier to find people to play with is just going to make getting into Destiny and doing the awesome content so much easier.
Yeah, and they'll be able to say, this is a player who I can trust to lead me through the new raid. I want
Frage ist, gibt's auch in Trials dann?
Or they can say, these are players who are new to the activity. I want to take them for that first raid because that'll be a great experience for them and a valuable experience for me as a leader.
It's really going to help players come together and understand each other better when they've never met before. It's going to make the game so much more social, and I think that it's going to really make Destiny players feel like they're on one team.
Wow.
So commendations is a feature that you'll experience towards the end of an activity. So you end the activity now and you get to see the screen that has all the people you played with. You can click on one of the Guardians and choose what experience you had with them.
Oha!
So were they a good team player? Were they fun to play with?
Du kannst ihn also auszeichnen.
Alter,
Backwish mitgefickt.
Backwish ist am Arsch.
Then to have other players say, this person's a great teammate, this person's a great leader. It's really a system that's designed to let players show appreciation for each other.
Also using the commendation system, people are going to be able to say like, hey, this person as a good leader and looking at the Guardian rank system, they have a lot of experience. It's going to be, that's the person
das
that
sieht gut
wants
aus.
to help me get through this hard content that I've been struggling with.
Ja.
Social games like
Schön goldig.
give you an opportunity to like, really connect with people and do things together and get to know each other. And with a system like LFG, you're making it so more people can get that experience started than ever before.
Both the loadout screen and the mod manager are completely new features.
What? The mod manager is meant to make build construction in Destiny a lot easier.
We all love our fashion game. Fashion game's amazing. And so we're gonna take what we did for the fashion game and we're bringing it to the buildcraft game. There's gonna be one screen where you can go to and do your entire loadout for your character. It's gonna be amazing.
So you'll be able to save the build that you put together as a loadout and then switch between those things.
Das heißt, ja, in-game. Deswegen habe ich von O gesagt, was links dort stand. Das heißt, du brauchst Dim dafür gar nicht mehr. Perfekt, richtig gut.
Accommodation system mixed with Guardian ranks. We're giving players even new aspirations. It isn't going to be just about power level. It won't just be about gear. It's also going to be about that Guardian rank. It's going to be about those commendations.
Legend, ja.
All the ways that we're bringing players together.
Scheiße, ich lieb sie gerade. Ab jetzt schon das ab nächste Season. Digga, das Spiel wird immer besser. Leider das Spiel scheiße.
So today, we are also launching a brand new season of Destiny.
Fühlst du aber auch
As
nicht.
we've evolved our seasons over the years, we've learned a lot. And I think we've been able to deliver some amazing character moments and events for the community.
We're long past the era of content droughts. Instead, there are exciting story and events happening in Destiny almost every week, year-round. And we're not slowing down.
Each season, we want to keep raising the bar for narrative experiences in any live game. We want to keep pushing to create unexpected adventures that'll make every season of Destiny unique. And we want to keep listening and learning from you, the Destiny community, so that we can create the strongest seasons of any live service.
Because the witness is coming. And if we want to survive, we need a crew. We need to enrich our defenses. If you're feeling surly, maybe even loot our enemies.
We may even need to find a captain to join us on our next adventure in the Season of Plunder.
Worauf wollt ihr hinaus?
Lebt doch noch, Alter. Ja, warte zwar.
Oh, nee, du.
Doch, doch. Die Gefallenen Season soll kommen. War klar. Nein! Kill ihn nicht.
Oh, yo!
Ey, komm auch wieder. Bitte töte nicht. Ja, Battleship ist eine neue Aktivität, aber wir können euch wahrscheinlich nicht dingsen. Jetzt wird Aufladmeeting.
Alles klar.
Es wird so ein Bug geben, wie alle 6 gleichzeitig sterben.
Ja, genau. Irgendwas wird da kommen.
Irgendwas kommt, das sieht.
Was? Das ist ein neues Exo, das sieht man.
Ja!
Ja! Ja! Du, war das eine Ult? Bitte sag, das war der Ausweichdash. Bitte.
Nein, verfolge den Transportballon, Bro.
Okay.
Jo!
Er kann's werfen?
Ja! Warum kriegt der Titanford nicht? Können wir es jetzt selber steuern, Hauptzeigt? Gönnt. Schade.
Okay. Ich bin gehypt. Sie haben mich mehr als gekauft. Oh mein Gott, das sieht so gut aus.
Ich hab so laut geklatscht von Hinten mit, Bro.
Most
Ich
excited
mich
about
verstört
for
an.
Season of Plunder?
Bennett, woo!
This season we said, what if we just go to the stars and dig up buried treasure?
We are unearthing a lot of mysteries and secrets. We're swashbuckling onto enemy spaceships. And then we're also learning a lot of things about some of our favorite characters.
We're gonna have an adventure this season.
Season of Plunder kicks off with Aramis being
Die Rüstung sah nicht schlecht aus.
She's collected old, fallen crews of pirates and rogue cabal together in
Wollen wir
order to
gleich
hunt
spielen oder
down
hast du keinen Bock?
mysterious relics and treasures.
Lass erst mal Trailer gucken.
So Guardians are tasked
Oder
with
Stream.
stopping Aramis from collecting these relics. And in order to do that, you have to create your own crew of shady dealers and backroom brokers.
Drifter, Mithrax, Ido, and Spider are going to be helping you.
Anchors away. Ready when you are, Captain.
That's the beginning of Season of Plunder.
Scheiße.
What you're going to be doing is forming a pirate crew of your own. You're going to fill it with different crew members that you can recruit over the course of the season.
Wie bitte?
Drifter is going to toss you the keys to your personal catch. Then you're just going to set out into the stars and do cool pirate stuff.
So excited.
Wie bitte?
Digga, Bro.
This season we have
Ja.
brand new activities coming that will really give you a sense
Ich werde so viele Penelopes verlieren, ja.
One of the mainstays of this season is a new 6-player offensive called Catch Crash.
When I saw the concept of the catch with the big main sails on it, I just said, oh my god, this is gonna be a fun season.
Ja, das sind die 2 Showcases, ich dachte, wir will ein anderes Spiel.
Just like seeing Catch Crash through the different iterations, like fighting on the deck of the ship.
You get to become your own ammunition and launch yourself from a cannon to the other ship, and you are the weapon, so you're gonna go mess them up.
The second big activity we have coming this season is called Expedition.
Doch.
You're going to be guiding a massive drill that's looking for this buried, hidden pirate treasure, and you're going to have to be fending off of all these pirate crews trying to protect their hoards. And then our final new activity coming this season is what we're calling pirate hideouts.
We have so many like different little maps that you can piece together fragments of this season, and they lead you to the lair of the pirate lord, right? Their hideout.
These are their caves where they're hoarding all of their amazing treasures and their mysterious relics.
These relics are mysterious objects of dark power, and they're all over the system. We don't know exactly what it is they do yet, but if Aramis is trying to collect them, it's nothing good.
Taking the opportunity to line the Arc 3.0 update with the Fall, and it just ended up working out perfectly because you got all the simple Arc weaponry and the Arc shielded captains. It feels right with that release.
Das war weder risikoreich noch der Bogen, der getraint hat.
Type that's about proximity, right? It's about going fast up into your enemy spaces and like deleting them.
War das gerade Hunter? Warte, was?
Sieht aus wie ein Hunter, ich wollte auch gerade sagen, aber
Es müsste ja Titan aber sein.
Eigentlich schon.
Hunter is really about close range action, being fluid and dynamic and agile, evasive. So we're going to give Arc Hunter a new super. We call it Gathering Storm, where you summon your Arc Staff, like twirl it above your head, and then
Da war der Teleport.
And then it will embed into the ground or into like bosses or mini bosses.
Hast du einen Toncode von Teleport?
Jolt them like a big lightning
Du hast Teleport gesehen.
Oh, die Nüsse, du Drecksau.
It'll start Tesla coiling little lightning bolts out at nearby enemies.
Yo! Es wird zu einer Turret nach dem Treffer.
Turn yourself into lightning. You will create things
Okay.
out of lightning.
Okay.
Basically, you know, we had this exotic armor piece called Getaway Artist, where you consume your grenade and it'll make a what we call a sentient arc soul that fires faster and does more damage as a result. So we decided to roll that into base arc soul behavior.
Wie bitte?
Arc soul you have from any source will become the supercharged version.
Alter.
That will fire off just rapid fire bolts.
Aber wo ist das Extra noch da?
Um eine so zu keine Ahnung. Gut verändert wahrscheinlich.
So we gave Titans a new movement option.
Ja.
That we felt like it's going to be competitive in this new environment of air dodges and air slams. That's a new ability called Thruster. And it's all in first person. It's all very much in
Let's
the
go!
You see it happen. Its whole property is like rush down or get away. It's a movement tool to the max.
Let's go!
Okay, das sieht sogar legit echt gut aus.
Ability called Thunderclap, which is like an amazing thing where he like charges his fist.
Ihr habt zu viel Heiß so gespielt.
It's our first ever charge melee, so you hold down the button, and as that cocks back and charges up, you'll end up doing more damage.
Frage ist die Range.
A little bit more range.
Ja, okay, sorry!
The whole goal of deleting things, I believe in PvP, a full charge is a one-shot kill.
It is, oh yeah.
It's a little skillful to like pull off. You're gonna have to really read your opponent.
Melee-Kills erfüllen Melee-Energie wieder nach.
Oh nö. Du den Main nicht dann.
It's move fast, hit hard, and stay alive.
Ey, eine Open World und Zauber, nice.
What I'm most excited about in Season of Plunder is that this is really a season that has a sense of adventure. You're exploring the system, you're looking for pirate treasure, pirate relics. You're seeing the world evolve in a way we haven't done before.
I love that with the activities in the season, like we just leaned really hard into the pirate fantasies. I love that we have your own catch. I love that you're tracking down buried treasure and then going after the pirate leaders in their caves.
The interesting thing about Destiny is we're not just a fantasy game or a sci-fi game, we're kind of a blend of both. We take inspiration when we say pirates, it's old world pirates that you would see traditionally back in the 1700s, 1800s. We have like a flintlock pistol, we have an exotic fusion rifle that plays different than fusion rifles you've ever seen.
Das ist kein Fusion, sorry, nein.
Really leaning into that spirit of like the pirate adventure, and let's also make it so that new players coming in can actually jump in and get started. The gift of the Thunder Gods is a starter kit. It's a set of armor, it's a Thunderlord exotic weapon.
So jump in, join your friends, set sail, become the captain, and build your crew today in Destiny.
Oh ja, jetzt kommt er.
Oh ja. Oh ja. Oh ja, da war die Touch of Malice in seiner Hand.
Ja, ich sehe sie.
Let's go. Let's go.
I wanna see him. Oh scheiße, die Passage. Stimmt.
Ja, du kommst jetzt ein bisschen leichter rüber. Oh, ich hab so Bock.
Gut.
Das,
Oh, es sieht nice aus. Oh, es sieht
ja.
sexy aus. Es sieht sexy aus.
Er ist wieder da.
Du hast einen Job erhalten. Let's go abholen.
Same.
To Destiny.
Yeah, actually, Kingsfall was the first thing I got to work on at Bungie. And I'm thrilled that a whole new generation of Guardians will get to experience this refreshed
Mann, aber ich habe mir keine
reloaded
Spiele, mit denen wir
showdown
Rage spielen können momentan.
So, we've shown
Wow.
you Lightfall. We've shown you
Was
the
rein
new
ist in Destiny drin? Ich glaube nur eine neue Season.
We've shown you
Wohl
some of
doch.
the deeper changes
Doch,
that
wir
we're
finden
gonna be
euch, keine
making
Angst.
throughout the next year. But we have one more thing that we are excited to announce today.
Destiny is
Warte, was?
coming to the Epic Games
Ja, ja.
today.
Heute schon.
Was?
Epic has been an absolutely
Ja, ja.
fabulous partner to work with. They love Destiny. And we are just huge fans of what they've been doing in the social game space. When we first started working with Epic, we sat down and talked about the impact that their games have had on us.
Die zeigen
And
jetzt die
they had a bunch of the
Fortnite-Rüstung
same
safe,
stories
deswegen.
for us.
Da in der
Das kann gut
They
sein.
shared stories about playing the Vault of Glass and how much they enjoy the social experiences in Destiny. And I got to talk about the summer of Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 5, when my whole family was laser focused, taking turns in the island to unlock Drift.
Bro.
In addition to launching
Ja.
all of Destiny 2 on the Epic Games Store
Ey.
today, for the next week,
Das
if you download the
Kingsfall
game on
MG
Epic,
kommt zurück.
we will give you the
Was?
30th anniversary. For
Was?
Kingsfall, das Kingsfall
If you
MG
haven't
ist ja
earned your
auch da.
Galahorn yet,
Scheiße.
or you haven't played
Du kriegst das
the
30 Jahre Anniversary for free.
Game Store and you can jump in for
Wenn es in der nächsten Woche jetzt runterlädst in dieser Woche.
These new Guardians with a celebration.
Okay.
Ja, wurscht eigentlich.
One that stretches a little further than the last city.
Bro. Verstehe ich, fühle ich. Wir kriegen wahrscheinlich wieder. Ah, ist hier doch.
Ja, da ist sie, let's go. Was? Warte, ja, genau.
Yo.
Das war das, was viele erwartet haben, ja. Perfekt. Let's go.
Scheiße. Digga, wer jetzt normal rumläuft.
Yo. Es ist so cool.
Ey, das waren 8. Entschieden.
A few years ago, we shared our plans for the Light and Darkness saga. This journey, years in the making, is coming to an end. Since we started charting our own course, we've been building this story. Across 5 years of expansions, since the first pyramid ship emerged in Shadowkeep and we first spoke to the darkness. Then, across Beyond Light, the witchqueen, and coming up in Lightfall in the final shape, we're building towards a climactic collision between the powers of light and dark.
We've also been working on the Destiny engine behind the scenes, preparing our technology and our game to last for many, many years to come. Because Destiny 2 is not going anywhere, and neither are your expansions. We want this story since we first communed with the darkness on the moon to be fully playable, start to finish. And we're happy to announce today that we are not planning to sunset any more expansions.
Das ist gut, das ist sehr gut. Dankeschön. Danke. Danke.
Macht ihr doch replayable, ohne dass du den Charakter löschen musst. Witchqueen, danke.
Yes, because if you're looking to catch up, right now, all expansions are free to play for this entire week on every platform for everyone.
Right now, Season of Plunder is live, and the Helms get a set of supercharged art gear.
Kannst du die Story spielen, obwohl du 60 € gezahlt hast.
Destiny is live on the Epic Game Store. You can download it for free, and you can get the 30th anniversary pack as your welcome gift.
And if you liked what you saw about the future,
eigentlich nicht.
Right now, pre-orders for Lightfall are live on all platforms.
Let's go.
Anyone who purchases the annual pass gets the exotic auto rifle Quicksilver Storm today.
Today is a perfect day to play Destiny.
So we'll see you in game.
Ihr meint Warteschlange, ne? Also, es wird eine Warteschlange geben, das wissen wir.
Ja.
Oh.
So klingt Oryx nicht. Ach, hallo.
I've read about them. What is the human word? Pirates.
Trailer können sie einfach so gut, ne? Oder Vorschau oder wie auch immer das es nennt. Das ist so gut. Ich hab so Bock bekommen auf Destiny. Insane.
Scheiße.
Scheiße gut, meinst du? Ja, das war insane. Das war insane. Oh, ich bin hyped drauf. Let's go. Schauen wir uns die Post-Show auch noch an, oder nicht?
Ja.